Trying to watch my weight. That's okay. That's what he gets for being stupid. Try to watch my weight too. Watch it balloon up. I think he's moving. Give everybody a couple minutes. Where's my video? My video. There we go. I'm not even on it. Yeah, but I'm not on my video. It's just my screen. You can see me? Well, that's what I just said. I don't get it. It worked the other day. I don't know. Oh well. As long as you can hear me, that's all that really matters. Can you see my screen share?
Yes.
All right. You don't need to see me.
I can see it.
Okay, good. You don't need to see me anyway. You can look at my Westworld background and enjoy.
That's really weird that you can see your background, but not you.
Yeah, I don't know.
What did Sean do?
She's in the other room. She's not even around. She can hear me all the way out here, so. That works, yeah. It was working the other day. I'm not too worried about it. You're going to be looking at the other screen anyway, so it's not a big deal. I can drink my orange juice so no one can see me. Okay. We're going to roll into this so we can get going. And, you don't have to worry. Won't be too long. So, in the email I just sent out a little bit ago, don't forget, get your sleep in by noon tomorrow. Once you go to sleep tonight, you get up, put it in for Sunday. Unless you've been working the other way, you put in to sleep. In the morning you get up, you put it in for that night. Some people have been doing that too. Whatever. Just whatever you have to still turn that in by noon tomorrow. And then we'll tabulate it all. Get the results out in an email in the afternoon. Put the challenge up. This week's challenge is going to see how many of you out there are still at it. So this week's challenge is how many workouts our groups complete for the week. How many of the runs you get in, how many of everything you do that's on the schedule. So Renee can't go do biking, swimming, running, and count 3 workouts in one day. So you only get your one workout for that day. Don't go doing something on the rest day. Don't go hurting yourself. This is race week. So just stick with what you're doing. The Jeep 4-miler, you can't see me. I was all proud because I wore my Jeep 4-miler shirt, but you can't even see me now. So don't forget that. The Jeep 4-miler is Sunday. There will be a 5K category for us to enter our times for the virtually distance runners that are going to do the 5K option. They're going to have a 5K virtual load up in there too. They said, because it's virtual, so what you'll do is when you run the race, when the window opens to run the race, then you just enter your time like you did for the 2-mile time trial if none of you have done a virtual race yet. If you already have another race plan that you're going to do besides the G4-miler on the schedule, that's fine too. Just I know that's what our goal was at the end of this week, because this is our last week. So a few things. I used to send out when I sent out an email before the race, I'd go through this, as you can see on here. It's kind of a long explanation of how you want to get into a race. I'm not gonna, I'll probably post it sometime this week for you, because I'm not sure when you're going to specifically race. If I post it tonight or tomorrow, but it just tells you what to do maybe a day or two before, the morning of, the day of. Kind of has a race prep, has a race day in here. has what to do for your warm-up, has what to do for the race, post-race stuff, all of that. And this is just one of the older ones. I'm going to tweak it a little so it kind of will fall in line with maybe a virtual race, what you want to do for a virtual race, since people will be doing it at different times and different days and different times of the day. So we'll try to make it so hopefully it'll fit into your program a little better that way. And I'll post that up. But I just want to make you aware there are some things you want to take a day or two before you race and see how it's going. Okay? Yeah. Workouts a day. I can barely get in one workout a day. Anyway, looking at the schedules, let's start backwards this time and start with the advanced one right away. And here's what we have this week. They have 16 by 200. You can see the intermediate plan has 12 by 200. So 16 by 200 would be 2 miles total on the track if you're on a track. If you're on a track, it's a half mile. It's not a half mile. It's a half lap of the track is a 200. If you're measuring it out, I even put it on here on your training tilt plan. If you look at Monday, August 3rd, it tells you it's like 0.12 on your Garmin. Don't get me started with Garmin because I know there's still issues. Has anyone out there been able to sync on training tilt in the last few days with your Garmin at all? I've noticed all I've seen are Strava syncs. I haven't seen any Garmin syncs. So I'm wondering if something's going on with Garmin and being able to sync up with third-party like things like this, apps and that. So I'll reach out to Cam and see what's going on if that was happening or not. Can't hear me again? Oh my gosh. I'll yell louder. Can you somewhat hear me? Or is it fuzzy or is non-existent? Okay. Maybe someone's audio. I don't know. I'll talk loud though. But anyway, I've noticed the Garmin apps haven't been syncing, and someone else said it too. So yeah, I know earlier in the week you could download it out of the file and then upload it into Training Tilt. You can't do either now. Okay. All right. Well, I'll check in with Cam to see if there's some issues with Garmin since all of that was going on towards the end of last week, about a week ago, all this started. And I know there's still some issues here and there with Garmin every so often. So don't worry about if it's not, you can switch to Strava too. You can switch back and forth. So don't worry about that too much. Okay. I know. I figured it was on the Garmin end. I just wasn't sure if anyone was able to sync yet, because I know I have new people starting to join the groups for the next round of training, and they said their Garmin won't sync yet. So I was just wondering if anyone in here was able to have that, but I could tell it wasn't working. It didn't look like it when I was just looking up random people. It looks like Strava was, but Garmin wasn't. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. At least we're in the last week. But anyways, that 200, you can see on the explanation the details, and I'll put this in the email too. I'll probably post it tonight on our chat so everyone sees it in Training Tilt. But the groups they're only three big groups, and intermediate and advanced. We only have like 5 groups. So what we're going to do is you're going to run a 200, and we call this a 60-minute drill. What we used to do, and I used to do this with other runners, high school runners especially, Matt, they're a little more resilient, so to speak, than us older crowds. So what they would do is they would do a 200 every minute. So we'd get on the track, and if they ran a 200 in 35 seconds, they got 25 seconds rest. So every minute they would just run, and it kept them from going too fast on a 200. They didn't want them to tweak something or pull muscle or, just do too much, go too fast, because kids have a tendency to go crazy, as do adults. I'm not going to say adults, but adults do too. They like to get after it. So this workout helps get the blood flowing, helps get the speed going. It doesn't get carried away with it, and you're done in like 10, 15 minutes. That's what we're going to do here. You're not doing every minute though. I just call it 60-second drill. what you're going to do is you're going to take 30 seconds rest between every 200. So no matter what your 200 is, no matter if it's 50 seconds, minute 20, whatever it is, you're only going to give yourself a little 30-second break and then go again, okay? Because a 200, it shouldn't take you that long. It'll take probably most of you anywhere from a minute, maybe to a minute, 15, minute 20. I don't think it'll take anyone longer than that, just to do one 200. So we're going to keep the rest, short. 30 seconds. If you're having a hard time with 30, maybe go to 45. But nothing should be over 45. You should be able to keep it 30 to 45 seconds with no problem at all. Okay? And it'll go by quickly then, because you're only doing 12 for most of you. Advanced is doing 16. Our novice plan, you're not even doing that, so you don't have to worry about it. But the advanced and intermediate plan, give yourself 30 seconds roughly, no more than 45 though, because we don't want you sitting there, just knocking these 200s out as hard as you can, and then you wake up tomorrow, the next morning, and you're stiff as a board, and it takes you a couple days just to recover. So the short, faster workouts sometimes do more, beat up your legs more than those long grinding workouts. So just take it easy on it and use that minimal rest. That way you won't go too crazy. Okay? And advanced then has no rest day on Tuesday. I think I moved that for everybody. But you got 4 miles, nice and easy. Kind of shake out the legs after that workout, and then a rest the next day to kind of give some recovery. And then the next day is 35-minute strides. This is all predicated on the idea that you're running the race on Sunday, okay? I have all of these days set up so you would be running the race Sunday. So obviously, if you're going to run it Saturday, then maybe, you move the rest day, take that 20-minute shakeout and put it on Friday, and, maybe do the rest Tuesday and do the 35. You just move a few things around. I would just pull out maybe the 4-mile run, and then just do the 35 minutes easy and the 20-minute shakeout, and throw a couple another rest day in there or so, and then do it Saturday. Okay? You're not going to do a whole lot this week that's going to make you any faster for Saturday or Sunday. You can do a lot of things, though, to screw it up, hurt yourself, do too much this week all of a sudden, because, some people have a tendency now to, oh, it's race week, pile it all on and go all out and go crazy. No, that's actually detrimental to your race, because if you haven't been doing that all along, your legs are going to kind of be in a little bit of shock and going to be a little fatigued. So, you want to stick to your normal plan. If anything, you want to go on the side of caution and back off a little, and not, sit there and go hog wild, because that's what will cause issues. Okay. And that's always a thing to remember. Race week, there are things you can do to hurt yourself. There's not a lot you're going to do to get faster. Okay. We're kind of just maintaining what we're doing and staying healthy and staying fit. Okay. And staying fresh. So let's keep it that way. And if you have questions, maybe you got to push your run on a different day or something, not sure, reach out to your coaches. These are smart people. They've been around running for a long time. They can help you out. Okay. So don't worry about that. We'll get you there. Okay. And then you can see the 35 minutes there with 5 strides. Strides, if you're unsure what those are, simple. They're just little pickups. You do your 35-minute run. After you're done, get some water, let your heart rate come down a little. And then 5 times you want to do like about a little 100-meter pickup, just to get the legs going, just to get the legs turned over. And you want full recovery between each one. Walk back to where you started from, and then do another one. Give yourself full recovery. It's not a workout. It is just designed to get some turnover, so your legs just aren't running easy or sitting flat for 4 or 5 days before a race. Because we're not going to do another hard workout before the race. We're just going to do the one on Monday, and then you're going to prepare for the race by just doing some easy runs, resting a little, and then doing some strides like that after your run. So you're just going to do like 5, we call them strides or pickups, for about 100 meters or so. You're just going to get it going and get those legs turned over at a nice quick pace. And then, walk back, get your heart rate down again, then do another one. Not a workout. Recovery doesn't matter. Take as much time as you need between them. Okay? Just don't let the legs cool down and get tight on you. Okay? So do it shortly after the run while you're still warm and loose. Don't do them before the run when you're stone cold walking out your door. Do it after the run when the legs are a little have been running and are stretched out. Okay. And if you have questions on that, again, talk to the coaches to help you out. That's literally the workout is just for you to get some strides in after a 35-minute easy run on the advanced. Intermediate, same thing. 35-minute run. Get those strides in. Don't worry about it. You have 3 miles on Tuesday, and then you only have 12 instead of 16. Everything else, the rest of the week's the same after Tuesday. You're doing the same thing as advanced. Because like I said, at this time, it's not going to make a big difference. Okay? And novice, this is what we're doing. My group, we're doing a 2-mile run tomorrow. That's going to be your big run of the week besides the race. And then you're going to do a nice walk on Tuesday. No running. Walk, 25-minute walk on Tuesday, just to loosen the legs up, keep the blood moving through there, keep them nice and loose, and then rest on Wednesday. And then Thursday is a 30-minute run, 5-minute warm-up walk, 5-minute cool-down walk, but a 30-minute run. You don't have to worry about strides, because our job here for our goal is to just get through the race. We want to run the race, try to run as much as we can. If the whole thing, that'd be great. But what we're doing is we're practicing to get ready to run for anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes for some of us. So we want to make sure we're ready to run that long. So that's why Thursday is time and not distance. And then you'll rest Friday, do a nice little easy walk, 20-minute walk Saturday, and then get your Jeep 4-miler on Sunday. Again, all predicated on the idea that we are going to do the race Sunday. And I'll help my group if anyone has a different day too. Yeah, that's a good point by Linda. I was mentioning that earlier. If your Garmin won't sync, you can switch it to Strava, and Strava will sync it up. Even if because your Garmin syncs to Strava, then Strava will sync to Training Tilt. Crazy, I guess, but right now Strava can be your bridge between your Garmin and Training Tilt for now. Because I know my Garmin's still syncing to Strava, just not to Training Tilt either. All right. If you have questions or specific questions about schedule, let us know. We'll cover it. All right. Trying to think. This week's challenge, like I said, this is our last week. So you can see here, there are really only 5 days that everyone is running. So we only are looking for 5 workouts from you this week. Even if you have to move days, that's fine. We'll still count them, but 5 workouts are what we're looking for from everybody. So don't try to sneak in 6 or 7. We're only giving you 5, but you can do them on, doesn't matter the day, but we'll count those. So, because sometimes some people, if they can't do the 2-mile run on Monday, like my novice schedule, maybe they only get in 1.5 miles or something, that's fine and will still count. As long as you're getting in some type of workout on those days, coaches will count it, okay? And I know, this will be our last Zoom meeting technically, so I feel sad. I know you're all sad too, because next week, we'll be done on Sunday. I'll send out a little wrap-up email, and it'll have a survey on it. Especially this survey, it'll be more about the remote training, since this is really our first time ever doing this, to see what you guys thought, what worked, what can we improve upon. Believe me, I read through these. I don't just collect them and put them in a file. I do go through them, and we share them with the boss man, and we go through and see what we need to change, what we can change and what we can't. There are some things that are just out of our control, but if there are good ideas or things we can work on, we definitely do that, okay? I plan on having I'm pretty sure all of our coaches are gonna have our weekly meeting with you, and just kind of go over anything specific, last minute things with you before the race. Make sure anyone who's nervous or has questions before they get out and try their virtual 4-miler, 5K, we clear it up for you. So I'll still have my Zoom meeting Tuesday, and I know all the coaches were planning on it too. They haven't talked any differently, but we'll do that. But for our purposes, this will be our last little Zoom meeting as one big program. And so I just wanted to thank all of you for coming and participating. Remind you, if you're looking for, more of this, we're doing right after this, we start up our fall training. It's going to go all the way through November. Even if they don't have races, we're going to still do some cool events during the training to try to keep people engaged, to keep people active in a structured program. Just, accountability is a big deal. And we're also going to have, and if that's too much, you don't really want to do that half marathon type stuff, we're going to have a 5K program that's going to start up probably middle of September. We're going to start our holiday program a little earlier. So those who don't want to run that far can at least do a 5K program, since we don't have our, we used to have our Racing for Recovery race. We call it Ready for the Race. It was for the Susan Komen Race for the Cure. We used to have a 5K program for women for that, but we're not doing that because there's no Komen race this year. So we're going to start our holiday program race a little earlier. It goes from middle of September to early December. And hopefully we can get in some small holiday races. That's our hope. But anyway, we'll still do some fun, cool events with that too. But if you're not into the half marathon gig, I understand. We'll have a 5K thing in September for anyone interested. And we're going to do all of this with Training Till again. So like all of you now are experts, are Training Till experts. So I'll be looking for all of you to enter our programs and to help me out, other people, because we get to start all of this again next week, and I'll probably be getting all kinds of questions again. Even though the good thing is most people are already doing it, so it's pretty good. And if any time you have questions for me about anything, our free group runs, if you're not going to do a program coming up, come on out Mondays at 6:30 at the Sylvania store. We run from there. Fallen Timbers, 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays. We run from Fallen Timbers right next to Barnes & Noble. 6 in the morning on Tuesdays at Tam O'Shanter, guys only run. I lead that run. And then 6 in the morning on Wednesdays at Fallen Timbers, also by Barnes & Noble. We have two of our other coaches. They're not in this, but Joan Matthews and Kelly Poole. They lead that women's only run on Wednesday mornings. Those are free. You can come out to those anytime. It's walkers, runners, all levels. We usually set up a little 2-3 mile course, and you can run it as much as you want. So if you're looking for some things in there, not to affect the pocketbook too much, you can come on out and do those too. You're more than welcome. Okay? Any questions from anyone? I'm looking through them. I can see biking count as a workout. We're going to stick to running for this, okay? Because then I'm going to get people swimming, running, walking, because some of my groups are walks. So we're gonna do foot pads. Go ahead with foot pads on the ground. How's that sound? Or on a treadmill. I don't know. Something like that. Let's keep it running though. Although I like biking, that's fun. All right. So if there are no other questions, quit shaking your head at me, Sean. If there are no other questions, I'll see my group Tuesday at 6:30. 6:30 Wednesday night, 2 at Fallen Timbers at 6:30. Yes, that's right. With Evan, the man, the myth, the legend, Evan Gaynor. He's there at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday nights at Fallen Timbers too. All right, gang? All right. So if you need anything during the week, let us know. But we're going to miss you guys. Hopefully we see you on another program. And if not, keep running. Come to our free group runs. We'll see you out there for that. Otherwise, good luck this weekend. And I will send out a little race prep email and post it up here on the chat sometime tonight. Okay? I want to make sure everyone has it in their hand in time to look through it. All right. Okay, guys. Have a good week. Remember, workout challenge this week. How many workouts do we get done? Okay? Good luck, and send that sleep in by noon tomorrow. They can't see me. All right. Bye, guys. I'm waving, but you can't see me.